Hey, what's up people? It is I, Tony, and welcome back to TTBurger Game Reviews, and this is part 2 of episode 98 of my Battle Arena Toshinden Series review. Those of you who missed what happened in part 1, fear not, here you are, a little TTBurger recap to show you all what you missed. In part 1, I took a look at the original Battle Arena Toshinden, the PlayStation version, and gave it a 5.5 out of 10 because the game had quite a bit of problems with it, like the clunky controls and frame rate issues and unbalanced AI and stuff like that. That did really affect the game for me and stuff, and the game has not aged all that well. So yeah, I was a little forgiving of it because like it was the first game in the series, but still the game could have been better, and that's why I gave it a 5.5 out of 10. But for today's episode, for part 2, we're going to be looking at the sequel to the game, and we got it right here. This is Battle Arena Toshinden 2 on the PlayStation right here, and this is the long box version here. I mean, if you can find it in the long box version, then it'd be worthy of a collector's item here, especially because this is the only type of long box case it comes in. It's one of the plastic ones with the cardboard art on it and stuff. So, we talked about enough about that. Let's get started here. Now, when you have a sequel usually fixes all the problems with the first game and makes them better. And does Battle Arena Toshinden 2 do that? Well, the answer is yes. Yes, it does. It improves a lot on the game's predecessor and stuff, and it fixes most of the problems that Battle Arena Toshinden had, and makes it better. There are still a few problems with it here and there, but still, like, overall, it is a much better game, and it's definitely worthy, and it comes, in my opinion, as the best game in the Battle Arena Toshinden series. And as we get started here, we see the opening cutscene. It's got some live actors and some of the in-game character models like that, and it looks really cool. I mean, I like the song goes with it because like it's got my favorite character, Sophia, as shows her as a live actor and stuff, and it's really cool. It sets up that you know you're playing a sequel and it's a better version of it and stuff. And the story here is basically the same as it was last time. Like fighters are from around the world are competing in the Battle Arena Toshinden tournament and stuff like that and stuff, and they're just trying to like win the tournament for what their heart desires, stuff like that. And this time we actually have a new boss this time, and this is actually a female boss named Master. I mean, Gaia was the boss of the original Battle Arena Toshinden, but you can play as him and this time and stuff, but I'm just getting off topic there. But for this game, I'll be once again playing as the Russian detective Buxton babe called Sophia, which I already mentioned before. She's my favorite character in the game, so I'm going to be playing as her. Now let's get into the game's presentation. The game's presentation has definitely improved over the first game. The game's graphics definitely look better. I mean, like, the game's graphics look great. I mean, the character models look a lot better. They animate better, and like they don't look all blocky and stiff like how they did in the first game. And the character models look really nice at that. And also the frame rate has improved a lot as well. And I'll admit the backgrounds look a little better. The backgrounds aren't the best looking, but still they look better than they did in the last game. That's for sure. I mean, like, most part of the presentation looks great, and especially that opening cutscene looks great as well. I mean, I'm glad they fixed the frame rate because the frame rate was just terrible. The frame rate was just terrible in the first game, and it just affected the way you played the game. But they fixed it here. Sound has also improved. My favorite part about the sound is the voice acting. Last time we had very bad English voice acting, but this time they give us the original Japanese voice acting, and the Japanese voice acting fits each character like a glove. I will admit the quality of the voice acting isn't the greatest. It sounds like it was recorded on a potato and stuff like that, but I'm forgiving of it because this was a PlayStation game released in the 90s like that, so sound quality was not going to be the greatest in my opinion, like that. But that's the thing, the sound quality was not going to be the greatest. The music is better. I mean, I love the music, but not as much as I love the voice acting, because the voice acting definitely takes the cake. And definitely love the voice acting, definitely, especially Sophia's voice, because she's a character I'm playing as, and I definitely like her voice acting. I like the voice acting in general the best. Now for gameplay, what a huge improvement over the first game. And when I mean huge improvement, I mean huge improvement. This time, it's easier to pull off special moves because the controls are much smoother. They don't feel as stiff and clunky and unresponsive like how they did in the last game. The controls feel very, very smooth. And the difficulty for the opponent AI is more balanced as well. I mean, there will be a couple cheap deaths here and there and stuff like that from when your opponent will just keep attacking you and stuff, but still, like, the opponent AI is definitely a lot better. I will admit though that I didn't mention this. You can also get a ring out for your opponent as well in the last game, but it was harder to get a ring out. But this time it's easier to get a ring out in the game in this game here and stuff, and it definitely works really well. And like I mentioned, this game is actually fammous for having a female final boss fight in the fighting game, which was pretty rare back then and stuff like that. And we have more modes as well. Like there weren't that many modes in the first game, but this time we have more modes and stuff that we have like the original one-player battle. We got 2-player human, 1-player full, which is where you fight every single character in the arcade mode. So it's like a enhanced version of the arcade mode. And you got first computer, which like just like a computer first computer and stuff like that. So it definitely improves. It's definitely improved a lot over the first game, because you got more modes here, more to keep you entertained. Although I wish there could have been even more modes, but still, this is enough to keep you entertained for a while, and definitely makes this game well worth it. And aside from that, though, there really isn't much else to say about this game. I mean, like, this game is just awesome. I mean, like, I love this game, and like, it's one of my favorite fighting games on the PlayStation and stuff. I mean, like, it is a shame that like when Tekken came out this month, the series became obsolete. But I still respect it for a fighting game series, because it's what made a 3D fighter on the PlayStation, and they definitely did a great job with it. And with all the improvements they made over the first game, and they improved them in here, definitely makes this the best game in the Battle Arena Toshinden Series. And nothing can top it and stuff, because I know there's 3 games in the series. So what's my final rating here? Well, if you can find this game, definitely pick it up. It is worth it. You will not know what you're missing, especially if you can find it in the long box here. It's definitely worth checking out. It's definitely a huge improvement over the first game here. Now, I know I said I had some improvements with Battle Arena Toshinden 2, but I will say that like I'm not going to be taking any points off for it though, because these are forgiving here and stuff like that. Like I can forgive these problems here, because they're not that big, and it's understandable, because this was a PlayStation game here and stuff like that, where like the PlayStation games were improving more and more each time. So the rating I will be giving this is obviously a perfect 10 out of 10. I mean, some people would say I'm maybe a little too generous there and stuff like that with the game, but I definitely feel like this game is definitely worth checking out if you want a Battle Arena Toshinden game in your series. Especially after all the problems we had with the first game, this game is definitely worth it. Excuse me. But that's it for episode 98 part 2. We got one more part of episode 98, and we're going to be looking at the final Battle Arena Toshinden game called Battle Arena Toshinden 3. Now, does it improve over this game, or does it fall back into the problems the original Battle Arena Toshinden had? Well, you have to find out if you want to see what this game has to offer. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Those of you who are new to this channel, feel free to subscribe, like the video, comment down below, and check out all my other videos on my channel here. And don't forget to join my Discord group called TTBurger Gamers United, because we're always looking for more people to join. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Stay tuned for episode 98 part 3, where we will be looking at Battle Arena Toshinden 3. And that's pretty much all I gotta say. This is Tony. Peace out, and have a great day. And stay tuned, because there's a lot more on the way.